As fun as Mario levels are by themselves, I think what really spices up the gameplay is the power-ups you get along the way. And I have a feeling I'm not the only one that thinks that. I mean, it's fun to challenge yourself and go without power-ups while playing the game, but without them normally, it's a bit dry. It's still fun, but I prefer them in, especially these 10. Well, maybe my top 9, you'll see in a moment why. Yeah, so here's my... Oh, no, wait, hold on. I forgot to mention that in the bottom right will be a randomosity meter, which shows how out of the blue each power-up is subjectively, how it's controlled and what it's based off, stuff like that. Other power-ups released before the power-up shown, however, can affect how high the shown power-up can get on the meter. With that out of the way, here's my list. The Poison Mushroom was one of the first power-ups throughout the series, and it's debatable whether it's even a power-up or not. So, what's it do? It kills you. And that's why it's an iffy subject. But it does affect Mario. So, it could be a power-up. It didn't show up much after Mario 2. I'm sorry, Lost Levels. And since the rest of the world was too weak to even handle the game, and never got the game for a while because of that, everywhere but Japan didn't even know about its existence for a while. Well, we know now, and ha! Moving on. Do you guys like bowling? How about virtual bowling? How about virtual bowling on the Wii that's not Wii Sports and you have control over the ball and Mario's face is on the ball and you're in space? Well, lucky for you, there's a power-up that meets all these requirements. The Rock Shroom. When you devour this, what I assume is a jawbreaker of a fungus, you can at will turn into a consistently moving ball of rock, capable of breaking giant gems, knock down giant platforms, and like I somewhat hinted at, go bowling. You shake the Wii remote to curl up like an armadillo, and although it's not the easiest to control, you feel invincible to anything that steps in your way. In the first new Super Mario Bros. Game for the DS, when it was actually new, 3 new power-ups were added to the franchise. The Mega Mushroom, the Mini Mushroom, and the Blue Shell. The latter of which is forgotten and underrated, which only showed up for that one game. So far, I'm pretty optimistic. It allows Mario to protect himself like he did in the Hammer Suit, but unlike the Hammer Suit, you're not stuck there and you can travel around in that protected way by merely running. At first, this power-up is seemingly impossible to control, as, I don't know about you, but letting go of the run button was the last thing that came to my mind for me to stop the shell from spinning. Although once I learned that, I enjoyed bouncing off the walls with it. And did I mention you could break blocks this way? Which means that this power-up also unlocks shortcuts, and feels almost like it's training you to speedrun the game. The only thing is Mario okay? I mean, that's a lot of spinning. Mario, we kind of need to move on. Mario? There is a decently large amount of flight abilities in the series, about 1 per game since the 3rd game. And it's ironic that the only one that's based off a bird happens to be a flightless bird. The penguin suit is obviously based off the real-life Arctic waddlers, and appears to be a mix of 2 power-ups. It shoots ice balls that freezes things instantly like the ice flower, but it also swims better underwater like with the frog suit. You could also dive and break brick blocks when you're in the suit. Also, this power-up makes me feel bad for the Ice Flower, as they were both 2-dimensionally released, since Mario Galaxy was a 3-dimensional game and they technically had the Ice Flower first, but the controls were completely different, in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And the Ice Flower would normally be an awesome power-up, as you could freeze things instantly, but the penguin suit does the exact same thing plus more. Since they're so similar, I'm going to say that this is a double entry, but the penguin suit takes up like 65% of this entry, while the ice flower takes up 35%. That could be a thing, right? Sure. Continue. Anyway, they're cool power-ups. Whether that was a pun or not, I'll let you decide. New Super Mario Bros. Wii has some really good new power-ups. After all, we just saw the Ice Flower and Penguin Suit. There's only one missing. Oh yeah, the Propeller Mushroom. As the name implies, the mushroom propels you upward. That's the gimmick. Shake the Wii remote and whoop, I'm up here now! This makes recovery incredibly existent, I guess. For example, this clip. I didn't even mean to do this. I was just recording footage for this power-up and this happened. Being able to zoom up is really useful for saving yourself normally or speedrunning vertical levels. But good luck even getting this mushroom as it comes out of the block already propelling. And if you don't get it in time, well, good job. I love that feature. Mario has a pretty weird diet, mostly consisting of mushrooms, flowers, leaves, and stars. But the ones he chooses to try are questionable, since what made him want to try the skinny mushroom in Mario Maker? It looks like an Animinimascaria version of the Destroying Angel mushroom. In Mario Maker, by completing a set of 4 random levels, you'll unlock this peculiar looking mushroom to play around with in the editor. And if you don't even have it unlocked in the editor, then you could still play other people's levels that feature that mushroom in it. I couldn't form this into a sentence, so pause the video to see how likely you are to get a skinny mushroom. This mushroom also has the best history of the power-ups and originated from a glitch that made Mario look like a stretched PNG image. Some less experienced Mario players might think that this is just Big Mario, but the sprites don't align. If we stretch the small Mario sprite though, it fits like a glove. It may have been a glitch, but the creators felt inspired by it and made it into a power-up that allows a scrawnier version of Mario to jump higher and make a weird sound. Its execution was great, and there aren't many levels where getting this mushroom by random chance won't make me happy. Definitely a predictable one. When a power-up grants you the ability of fight or flight, the options seem unlimited. Unless Mario stands in front of a fan, it may not be the most stylish suit, but it's definitely one of the most powerful. With the cape, you could spin attack, fly, spin fly, aerial dive, slowly descend, glitch, find secrets, and skip entire levels. With this all in mind, it's no wonder why everyone loves this power-up so much. It's essentially easy mode. But it's also the easy to use, hard to master power-up. To take flight, you need to raise Mario World's invisible P-speed meter to maximum! And then jump. When you're at the peak of your jump, hold left to sail and right to dive down. In combination, you fly in the air like a wave. Its weird techniques are fun though and can be used for platforming expertise. And although this isn't the flying power-up I'm best with, I still enjoy using it and I feel powerful with it equipped. Mario 64 was like one big dimensional test for Nintendo. Can we make 3-dimensional games as good as 2-dimensional games? The answer is yes! Warning, this may not be the same for everyone. However, this was going to affect every single thing about Mario, including power-ups. None of the original shrooms, flowers, or leaves showed up in the game because of that. Although Nintendo wasn't going to take what makes Mario Mario and throw it away because of a silly new dimensional axes. Oh no, instead they were going to create 3 new 3-dimensional power-ups that players can mess around with. The metal cap, which makes Mario move around slower but walk underwater, the vanish cap, which allows Mario to walk through stuff like fences, and the wing cap, which lets Mario fly after a triple jump. Guess which one made the list. It's the wing cap if you didn't guess it already. The wing cap has some really smooth controls and honestly reminds me of a 3-dimensional version of the cape feather. Players who get really good at using this power-up can do stuff like this. My favorite level to fly in has to be Lethal Lava Land. Every platform feels barely large enough to triple jump off and makes it very satisfying to maneuver around the level. And because there's barely any verticality in the level, you can just keep doing it over and over again. It's like a skate park for the wing cap. Like I mentioned earlier with the rock shroom, the Galaxy games have a variety of interesting power-ups. A lot of which I actually try avoiding because I feel like they aren't as fun to control Mario with than without. But the Cloud Flower was always one I got excited to pick up. This power-up's main gimmick is by shaking the Wii remote, you can create up to 3 cloud platforms. This could be used to traverse levels easier and get to higher places. And as cool as that is, this power-up also includes another feature, which takes some of the best moments in the Galaxy games and puts it almost everywhere. Don't you remember how because of a powerful field of gravity that some planets almost endemically to the Galaxy games allow you to just go Yahoo! The Cloud Flower makes you much more gossamer, and thus it feels like you could do this everywhere in any level. In short, the Cloud Flower makes jumping in a game entirely based off the idea of jumping better. I don't know why this one is so hated, because as it turns out, the mini mushroom can actually be a really great power-up. Yes, it does make you more vulnerable, as the smaller you are in Mario games, the worse off you are. I mean, even killing simple enemies is a challenge. You have to ground pound onto Goombas to kill them, or else you jump on them like a trampoline. But I feel like this is one of the reasons why this power-up is so great. Not only does this add an extra challenge, but the game even rewards you for your efforts. If you get to certain points in some of the levels, there will be pipes only Mini Mario can fit in. And these bring you to either a bonus room or a secret ending that usually either makes a shortcut appear or even a whole new level. And in its debuting game, New Super Mario Bros. DS, you can unlock entire worlds! But the main reason why I like this mushroom is because of the controls. With this mushroom applied, you can jump high, and if you spam twirl in midair, you can go far. It also decreases your hitbox, and you can run on water. Like that lizard, I guess. Alright, I'm fine with that. That's a pretty cool reptile. The light controls, easy mobility, extra challenges, rewards, and other small things make the mini mushroom a blast to play with in my opinion, and is my personal favorite power-up in the Mario series. Alright, and that's it. If you don't consider the Poison Mushroom a power-up, my 10th favorite power-up would then be the Tanuki suit in Mario 3. Statue Dog. Oh, and also, happy birthday if your birthday is today. I hope you enjoyed my video, and ci vediamo.